Hello students, hope you are all safe at your homes. So today we are going to discuss numericals from chapter 9, that is force and laws of motion. In this chapter we have first type of numericals that we are going to discuss today. Type 1 numericals are based on second law of motion, because in second law of motion we have derived one formula that you know, that is F is equals to m into a, that is force is related to mass and acceleration. And in this law we have discussed about momentum also, so we will discuss the numericals based on momentum, that is P is equals to m into v. So these two formulas are having first type of numericals, and this F is equals to ma, this equation is very important equation or formula you can say, and this is used along with the equations of motion that we have studied in chapter motion. So what are the three equations of motion that we can recall? Equations of motion over here we can recall, because the numericals will be including those equations. First equation was v is equals to u plus at. Second equation was s equals to ut plus half at square, and third equation was v square minus u square is equals to 2as. All these variables that you know, I hope, because we have done chapter motion very well. Okay, so these are the three types of formulas based on which first type of numericals that we can discuss today in this video. So here is question number 1. For example, we will discuss this question. I hope you can see it clearly. So this question is: a constant force acts on an object of mass 5 kg for a duration of 2 seconds. Okay, so in first sentence it is showing that the force is acting, which is a constant force, and the mass of the object is 5 kg, and the time for which the force is acting on that object of 5 kg is 2 seconds. It increases the object's velocity from 3 meter per second to 7 meter per second. So because of that force, constant force, the velocity of the object increases from 3 to 7. Find the magnitude of the applied force. First of all, we have to find the applied force. Okay, then F, that means we need to find out. And secondly, now if the force was applied for a duration of 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity of the object? Now in the second case, the question is saying that the force is applied for the larger time period, from 2 seconds to 5 seconds now it is applied. So what would be the final velocity? Final velocity may change when we are applying force for a larger time period. So that is what is asking. So this is a question from your NCERT book itself, and I think it is solved example. So we must understand these are important questions from NCERT. So let's start with the solution. Okay. So first of all, in this question, we will write down the given things. We have discussed the numericals in the previous chapter also, and this is the best method to attempt any numerical, that we will write down the given things. So those 3 steps we will follow. What were those 3 steps to find out the numerical? The first step was write down the given things. Second was find out the formula or the equation to be applied, and thirdly we have to put the values in the formula itself and calculate the answer. So these are the 3 things three important steps, you can say, for attempting any numerical. So according to first step, we will write down what are the things given in this question that I have read just before. So mass is given, which is m, that is 5 kg of an object. Time is given for 2 seconds, and it increases the velocity. So from 3 to 7 it is saying. So that means, what is the initial velocity? That is 3 meter per second. What is the final velocity? That means 7 meter per second. Okay, now we have to find out the magnitude of force. F is equals to m into a. This is the formula that we have, okay, to find out the force, right? So in this case, we have mass, that is 5 kg, and we have acceleration. No, we don't have acceleration, but we have things to find out the acceleration. That means v, u and t we have. So we can put up the formula for acceleration. Either we can find out a separately. According to this formula, a is equals to v minus u upon t, that we know. Final velocity minus initial velocity. So here we can see that all the things given are in SI units, so there is no need to change any unit. So v is 7, u is 3, t is 2. Okay, so what is this? 7 minus 3 is 4, divided by 2, that means 2 meter per second square is the acceleration. Either we can find out the acceleration value first of all and then put the values in this formula, or we can use another method, that we can put the formula for acceleration over here, okay, and directly put these values. Both the methods are correct. Okay, whichever method you are finding it easy, then you can apply. Okay, now from this first equation, F is equals to force, we have to find out. Mass was, from this equation, mass was 5 and acceleration was 2, so 5 to the 10. So force, it is 10 Newton. This is the first answer, that we have to find out the magnitude of applied force. Now in the second part of the question, it was saying that the force was applied for a duration. If the force was applied for the duration of 5 seconds, that means now the time has changed. Now in the second case, time is 5 seconds. Okay, now value of force we know. This force is 10 Newton. If this same force is applied for time 5 seconds, then what would be the final velocity? The initial velocity will remain same. So u is 3 meter per second in this case, only the time has been changed. So in this case we can find out. So F is equals to m into a. Again, what is a? The second method I am applying over here now. A is v minus u upon t. So m v minus u upon t. Okay, so what is it? We have to find out v. We have the value of force, that is 10. We have value of mass, that is 5. We have to find out v minus, what is the value of u, that is 3, and what is the value of time, that is 5. All the values I have put. The second step, the third step. Okay, and then lastly I have to calculate. So how to calculate now? That we can see. This is in bracket, so this 5 is cancelled out. Okay, so I can cancel this. Okay, so what is this? It remains v, and this is minus 3, so it will come over here, that is 10 plus 3. So v becomes 13 meter per second, that is the final velocity. Earlier the final velocity was 7 on applying the force for 2 seconds. Now for applying the same force for 5 seconds, the final velocity has become 13. That means it is correct. Okay, it should increase. When we are increasing the time of application of force, then the final velocity should increase definitely. Okay, I hope it is clear. So let's move on to the another type of question. So here is a question from your NCERT book again. This is also very different question. So let us discuss this. A velocity time graph of a ball of mass 20 gram moving along a straight line on a long table is given in figure 2.8. Okay, so a velocity time graph is given for what? For a ball which is having mass 20 grams and it is moving on a long table in a straight line. Okay, so if it is moving, so it must have some velocity and it is moving on a table. So with the force of friction it must stop somewhere and it is decreasing its velocity. That's what is showing over here. It is decreasing its velocity. Okay, so how much force does the table exert on the ball to bring it to rest? In what time it is coming to rest, that we can see from here in this on this scale x-axis. Okay, in 10 seconds we can see that the ball is coming to rest. And what was the initial velocity? 20 meter per second. Okay, final velocity is 0. So these all data can be collected from the graph. And what is given in the question? Only the mass is given in the question. So let's write down what are given things according to graph and as well as according to the question. Then we can easily solve the question for finding the force. Okay, so in this question I am just writing the given things. First of all, in this question, first of all, mass was given, that is 20 grams, and then initial velocity was given according to graph, that was 20 meter per second. No, it is not 20 meter per second, it is 20 centimeter. It is given in the graph. That we need to understand and we need to take care of this thing. You see, centimeter per second. Okay, so these things we need to take care when we are reading the question. So it is 20 centimeter per second and final velocity was 0, of course, because it is saying that it has been stopped by some force, that we need to find out force of the table. And in what time it has been stopped? In 10 seconds it has been stopped. Okay, so again the same formula we can use, that is F equals to m into A. Here F equals to m into A. A is V minus U divided by T. This is how we can do easily. Okay, so force we have to find out. A is 20 grams. Again we have to take care that the units are not same. These are not in SI units, so we need to change it into kg. 20 divided by 1000 will be there for converting. So how much it is? 0.02 only, 1 and 2 zeros. Okay, so 0.2 kg. Okay, U is 20 centimeter per second. So for 20 centimeter, 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So 1 centimeter is equals to 1 upon 100 meters. So it will be 20 upon 100 meter per second. Okay, so this will be 0.2 meter per second. Like this we can convert. Okay, now seconds are already SI unit, so we have to put the values in SI unit. Mass is 0.02 kg, final velocity is 0 minus initial velocity is 0.2 meter per second divided by 10. Okay, so how to calculate this? Now we have to calculate 0.02 and minus 0.2. Okay, these are multiplying, so minus I can take it as it is. So 0.02 multiplied by 0.2 divided by 10. Okay, so 0.02, that means how many zeros? 2 zeros are down, and according to this 1 0. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. Okay, how many zeros? 1 2 3 4, divide by this. Okay, so this can be written as 4 multiplied by 10 to the power 1 2 3 4 minus 4. Okay, that much amount of force, that means this much Newton. So force is 0, either we can write down 4 multiplied by 10 to the power minus 4, or we can write down in another manner also. Here according to decimals, 4 digits before the decimal, 0, 0 and 0, 0.0004 Newton, or it is this. It is the best way to write in the standard form. This we should know. Okay, in mathematics you must have studied to write down in this form. Okay, so in this manner we can solve the question based on the force. Okay, now let's look into another type of question in which equations of motion have been used. Okay, now in this question, a bullet of mass 0.04 kg moving with a speed of 90 meter per second enters a heavy wooden block, okay, and is stopped after a distance of 60 centimeter. What is the average resistive force exerted by a block on the bullet? Is the resistive force uniform? That is a separate question. So for what we have to find out? We have to find out the force again in this case. So what is happening in this? That a gun is firing a bullet, okay, and having mass this much kg, mass is there, the speed is there, that means velocity, and it is initial velocity. And when it is entering a heavy wooden block, a bullet is entering into the wooden block, okay, then it must stop. Okay, that means final velocity of the bullet becomes 0, and it is stopped after a distance of 60 centimeters. So how much deep inside the wooden block it is penetrating, the bullet is penetrating, entering, so that is 60 centimeters. So that means a distance is given. Okay, so distance of 60 centimeters it is traveling before it is coming to rest or before stopping. So in this case we have to understand the question and find out what are the things given. So let's write down what are the things given. In this case, in this question of bullet, first of all let's understand the question. Suppose there is a bullet, okay, and it is moving with 90 meter per second speed, and its mass is 0.04 kg. Okay, when it is moving and entering into a wooden block, it is striking and then entering, and then it is stopping. Okay, so how much distance it is entering into it? It is 60 centimeter distance, and while entering, the initial velocity was 90 meter per second, and final velocity v becomes 0. It is initial velocity, it is final velocity. That is what is the question. So what is the force applied, resistive force applied by that wooden block to stop that bullet, that we have to find out. Okay, so mass is given 0.04 kg, initial velocity 90 meter per second, no need to change, these units are okay. Okay, final velocity 0, distance is given, that is s is equals to 60 centimeter, and it has to be converted into meters. So 60 divided by 100, that is 0.6 meters. Fine. Now we have to find out the force. So for force, F is equals to m into A, the same formula, but we don't have A over here, we have to find out A. So here using equations of motion we can find out, okay, because we don't have time over here. So according to time, if it is time as in the previous question, so acceleration was v minus u upon t. So v hai, u hai, and then t, we could find out A in that case, but here we are given s only, that is distance. So equation number 3 we can use to find out this. To find out A, we should use third equation of motion. So that is A is equals to v square minus u square divided by s. According to this, s will go down and 2 will also go down, 2s. Okay, so what is v? It is 0. What is u? is 90 square divided by what is 2, sorry, what is s? S is 0.6. okay, so this we have to calculate. So when we calculate this, acceleration is coming out to be negative over here, and it will be minus 6. I have calculated it earlier, 6750. okay, so it is meter per second square. So this is your acceleration, and according to this we can find out force. Force is equals to mass 0.04 into acceleration minus 6750. okay, so this will be 270 minus of 270 Newton. Why it is coming out to be minus? It is resistive force. So negative sign is showing it is resistive force because it has been decreasing the velocity. okay, so in the previous question that we have solved for that graph question, it was negative sign, I forgot. In that case it was also a resistive force, the ball was being stopped, the final velocity was 0. So here also we have to keep this negative sign, so this will be minus, this will be minus, and force will be minus. okay, the magnitude of force is 4 into 10 to the power minus 4, of course, and the negative sign is showing that it is resistive force because velocity becomes 0. okay, so it is a force of friction which is making the ball stop. Fine. So here's another question from your NCERT itself. It is very important and different question that we should discuss. Very small question. Which would require a greater force, accelerating a 2 kg mass at 5 meter per second square or a 4 kg mass at 2 meter per second square? So it is saying that in which case our force required is more, if we have a 2 kg mass or if we have a 4 kg mass, and we need to accelerate it at 5 meter and this at 2 meter. So in both the cases we will find out the force and we can compare in this case. So how to do this kind of question? Let's understand. In this type of question, first of all, the case will be F1 equals to M1 A1. You can see there are two cases, so we will write down F2 is equals to M2 A2. okay, what are the given things in the case? M1 and A1 are given. In this case M2 and A2 are given. So let's write down the values which are given. First is 2 kg mass and it has to be accelerated at 5 meter per second square. Next is 4 kg mass and it has to be accelerated at 2 meter per second square. Fine. Now we will find out the force, that is F1 is equal to M1 A1. That will be 2 multiplied by 5, that is 10 Newton. And here F2 is equals to M2 A2, so it will be 4 multiplied by 2, that will be 8 Newton. So in both the cases we can compare. Here F1 is coming out to be greater than F2. okay, so in the first case we can say the requirement of the force is greater, where a 2 kg mass has to be accelerated with the 5 meter per second square acceleration. Fine. Hope you understood all these types of numericals and you can practice these types of numerical. Thank you.